All right, we're back for another English lesson on YouTube. This is High Value English number 22, I think. More than halfway through. Let's make it a little bit bigger. There we go. And this is a tough one. This is one I have difficulty trying to explain because there's not really a exact or precise way. There's no hard line between how to use it. And what this has to do with is using the word though. And students ask me, they want to know, when do I use it? When is it wrong? When is it correct? And that's a hard one because I would say that, yeah, this is definitely in the high value. This is a high value word because it communicates more than I would say its cousin, which is the word but. So, textbooks or in lessons, we know but talks of it signals contrast or difference where, two ideas, there's some kind of difference there, maybe a little bit of surprise. We'll say, yeah, surprise. We'll put that in there too. And yeah, let's make some examples. So let's say, I went to school this morning. Okay, and so then already the listener has an idea. Oh, you had so it was good, or you were on time. It was the normal situation. Well, but hold on, no, something is going to be different than your normal expectation. Let's say, but I forgot my book bag or my backpack. Oh no, that is surprising. That is different from the typical day. So we'll use a but in there. Or how about my I study English every day. Oh, so you must be very good. Your English must be high level, right? Well, no. No, we're not going to go down that way. We'll say, but it is very difficult. Okay, that yeah. If you study every day, it maybe becomes easy. No, in my case, no. That's not the case here. Okay, so yeah. Now I would say that the word though. Now it also signals contrast, difference, and surprise. But I would say, and I tried to find on the internet what are some other explanations of it, but I would say it also signals kind of something is unusual, unusualness. Well, I'm going to say strangeness. So it's something is strange, something is not normal, which is relative to everyone else or to your listener. So it might I'm going to use gestures too. It gestures maybe to the listener, signals a strangeness. Maybe it gestures an unusual case to the listener, right? So it's strange to you or it's unusual to you, and we'll say, but it's okay with me. It's okay with me. It's okay, or it's no problem, or it's not strange to me. Now, what does that mean? So yeah, I think but is the more simple version. Just A and B are different. There's some kind of strange or unusualness. I would say though is yeah, and I emphasize the word signal or gesture. You're in a conversation, you're in a story, and you want to signal to the listener like, I know this is unusual. This is not the typical case to you, the listener, or to most people. But to me, it's not so strange. It's not so unusual. So that's my best kind of explanation of it. But of course, let's try to do some examples. Let's see. Let's do some one here. Let's say, let's see. Let me get my examples here. Okay, here I got one here. So I have a gym membership. Okay, now we're gonna say something different is coming. So, but I'm gonna say though I rarely go. Okay, so in this case, I think that though is before this I rarely go, so that has the kind of gesture like, which means yes, I know it's wasting my money, or I should go, all these different ideas. I know it's wasteful, I should go, I want to go, right? So it's kind of signaling these feelings to the listener, like yes, I know, right? I'll put that in there. Yes, I know. All right. So now let's change this to but I rarely go. So I would say, and again, I'm trying to teach my students different, how can you remember which one to use? Or I don't want to teach them that it's all the same, it doesn't matter. That I think is kind of the lazy, I guess, teaching style, because I want to think of some different usages. But if I say I have a gym membership but I rarely go, I would say that this feeling is gone, and it's almost inviting questions. Yeah, ask me. So a normal person asks questions like, well, why so rarely? Why don't you quit? Or or even a comment, you should go, right? So I would say with this case, but it's just giving the job this idea A, gym membership, idea B, rarely go. These are contrasting or different ideas, but it's almost inviting the listener to, go ahead, comment, right? There's kind of no real, there might not be a feeling attached to it. But meanwhile, if I say it again here, let's copy it down. Say though I rarely go, I would say that it's this feeling is being communicated, is being sent in the message, like I know. So that means you don't have to, I would say it's really not inviting, questions, right? So I know. So that means maybe the reaction is more, oh, I see. Well, that's not so uncommon. Oh, that's okay. Or oh, that's okay. Right? So it's signaling, yeah, I know it's strange. Other people, they go to the gym more often, I don't. And so the listener might comment saying, "Oh, yeah, that's okay. Don't worry." So it's hard to teach this without a student, because I'm not sure if you're understanding, but that's my idea I try to teach. So, but kind of invites questions or dialogue. Yeah, go ahead, ask me, or what do you think? This one is, I would say, maybe does not invite questions. It wants to move on. It's like, yeah, next topic, or I know already. Let's try some other ones. How about, let's say, I live in Japan. Okay. Okay, I live in Japan. Now, all kinds of ideas or um, associations would come from living in Japan. Think of things like I love sushi, or it's well, let's just use that. That's a normal enough one. So you could say I live in sushi, but I hate sushi. All right. So that but is so there's no real feeling attached to it. It's not really charged or loaded with any kind of feeling to communicate to the listener that a normal person would say, well, why not? It's so delicious, right? Or why? It's so difficult to understand. Well, why? But in another case, I live in Japan, though I hate sushi. They might say why. They might say why, but I would say it signals, I know. So, and this gesture means, we don't, some people like sushi, some people don't. I'm communicating. It's not so strange to me. So it's kind of this shrugging gesture, So it kind of doesn't really. The response might be more like, oh, yeah, my sister doesn't like sushi either. So you might say this one again invites the question, invites. This one, signals, it kind of invites, it's not so strange, right? Yes, that's not so strange. Right? So this would be a normal response, I think, to this though. It's not so strange. Now let's say from here the conversation goes towards sushi, but when you say though, the conversation might I don't want to go there. I want to go somewhere else, and that's where I think the value is. Okay, we'll say that. So though can try to control or manage the listener's reaction, right? Though, yes, I know. Don't be so. I don't know. It's not really inviting, to go down a certain way. So we'll say it attempts. It tries to control or manage the listener's reaction. And what this does, it maybe, does not invite questions. And what does this do? It does not invite questions, and I think it saves time. That's the main part, right? So it means we don't have to go this way. I don't want to go. So then it saves the time. And that's really where the value is. All right. So that's my whole idea of why native speakers will use but or use though. And sometimes it's this. I want to save time. I don't want to talk forever. I don't want to go this way. I don't want to go that way. I want to keep the conversation in a certain place. All right. Now let's say let's see ones that ones that maybe don't fit so well. So let's say I went to a baseball game, and then contrast. Let's see, we'll make it a baseball team. Went to a Hawks. That's my local team. Hawks baseball game. And blah blah. They lost. Okay, so there's something. I went. Oh, that's good. That's a fun thing. Well, no, or no, I was disappointed. They lost. So if we put though they lost, that is correct. That is you can say that. I don't know. I guess I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't know though they lost. I don't know. I would say that's more but, right? Because that's just I would say but because it's saying, yep, I went and they lost. So these are just two things are different. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. In this case, they lost. So there's no real strangeness. There's no real big surprise. I would say you can say though they lost. I don't know. I would not say that. I would just use the normal. Oops. Oh shoot. Baseball game. We'll say, but they lost. Right. That's just a typical. Typical. It's a normal contrast. Right. Sometimes you lose. All right. Let's see. See if I can think of one. Okay. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, it's pretty tough. I think those are some good examples. I don't want to go on too long because another one the students asked me about is going to the next stage is talking about this word. Let's see, cut this out. Let's see, go to this phrase here, which is even though. That's what they hear often, and they want to know, like, what, even though I hear that, even though. So first of all, let's talk about this word even, and I call this the extreme case. Okay. And so this another signal word. It signals to the listener something that's very, very far from the normal or typical situation, very extreme, which means the end of the examples. So let's see. So say I love sushi. Okay. Let's say hamburgers. Enough. Let's say hamburgers. Let's say tacos. And so, like, that means you eat them very often. You make them yourself. Yes, yes, yes. I love tacos. Let's say even. So that means something is going to be the crazy or extreme case. Say crazy, extreme, or crazy case. Even for breakfast. I was like, oh, wow. So really, that is unusual. I've never heard of that. You are a taco super fan. So, and if you take the even out, I love tacos for breakfast. I'm communicating that's just a normal, comment. That's normal life for me. But even for breakfast, that means kind of same thing, same message. This is strange for you, the listener. I know. So gesturing in I love how even for breakfast, I'm signaling to you, it's what I love it, but for you, it's very strange. This is very strange, right? Okay. Let's say, I am I don't know, what's one? Let's see, cherry blossom season is my absolute favorite. It's like, oh, okay, yeah, everyone loves that. That's not, that's everyone's favorite is cherry blossom season or hanami or sakura season. Well, no. I really want you to understand. I'm a extreme or crazy case. Sakura season is my absolute favorite. And I would even go during a typhoon. So a mega storm, a mega super rainstorm. Still, I would go. So this is almost kind of in the, joking or I don't know, but I would even go during a typhoon. So it's like, okay, wow, you're kind of crazy. You're crazy for hanami or sakura. Okay, now together, even though. So that's kind of both those ideas together. It's the very strange case, extreme case, and it's also strange for you, and it's okay with me, right? So, and yeah, we're kind of putting pieces together, but again, I have to kind of teach my students. We start with but, go to though. Now we got even. Now finally at the main question of even though. That's what they want to know. So we have to go kind of step by step. So let's use that typhoon case. Let's see. So let's see. Put this down. There we go. Okay, so let's say I had a hanami party. Okay, now we'll say even though there was a typhoon. Okay, so again, the though means that hanami party and typhoon, those are total different ideas. Those are usually unthinkable, unimaginable. Like, what are you, crazy? Yes, it is crazy, even though there was a typhoon. So again, it's signaling that I know this is crazy. I know this sounds crazy to you, but it's true, or but it's okay with me, right? So if we change this, Hanami party, but there was a typhoon. Now this is, the but is a little bit too light, saying, but there was a typhoon. It's the listener is almost like, what do you mean? I'm confused. Am I hearing you right? Did you make a mistake? Where's the mistake? But when you say even though, it says no, there's no mistake. Right, let's go back. Let's see. Oh shoot. Let's see if I can put that back. Let's put that back to but. Okay, but there was a typhoon. Listener says, what? Did I hear you correctly? Did I hear you right? Like, or what did you say? Or huh? Like, just, questions of just confusion. Or comments of, I don't understand, right? Because these ideas are so different. Hanami party, typhoon, what do you mean? So all of this, question, comment, that's all time, taking time. I would say that if you put the even though, now it's saying, no, there is no mistake, right? You heard correct. You heard correctly. Now their response is, oh, wow, you are crazy, right? So that's what I mean. You're trying to manage the reaction or manage the conversation course that, no, these questions you don't need, please understand. So yes, I understand, right? I understand. You are crazy because of the even though. All right. I'll try to do one more. I think these examples, might not need too many. Let's do less. Let's say I still think about my ex-boyfriend. My student says this. Let's see. Still think about my ex-boyfriend. So you might say, but let's say because we broke up, 1 month ago. Okay, that's normal, right? Yeah, that's 1 month. That's not so long. Yeah, that's normal. Let's say here, but we broke up. We broke up maybe 6 months ago. Okay, so same idea. Break up. Time has passed, but still remembering or still thinking. So, okay, well, yeah, that's not so strange. Okay, yeah, that's fine. Now let's say though. Now we're getting into the strange maybe other people, maybe to you, listener, strange. To me, it's normal. Though we broke up 2 years ago. Like, okay, yeah, that is, yeah, wow, that's pretty long. Okay. Oh, whoops. So, still thinking about my ex-boyfriend, though, oops, we broke up 2 years ago. So we're getting longer and longer because, of course, time usually you stop thinking about someone. So let's go. This is, maybe you might say this is in the, again, yeah, this could be strange to you, the listener, but let's go even stranger, even more extreme. Say, even though we broke up, 10 years ago. Like, okay, yeah, that is super long. That is really long. Right? So I think this is this, I would say, yeah, now this is very strange to you. I know. Even though we broke up 10 years ago, I know. Right? And so, again, I'm not so much inviting questions. If you said, but we broke up 10 years ago, yeah, questions like, what? That is so long ago, right? Or how can you still be heartbroken? Or questions like that. But so it's inviting, I think the but is kind of inviting, questions, or yeah, this is these types of questions here. But when you say though or even though, I think, yeah, it kind of does not invite the questions. It kind of gestures, it kind of waves your hand. Yeah, I know. This is crazy. This is super long. Does not invite questions. So maybe a more typical response would be, oh, that is long. Yeah, you should move on. Right? A little bit, I don't know, a little bit gentle, more caring response, maybe. But anyway, yeah, the signal is the same. Doesn't invite questions. It just means, yes, I know. This is pretty strange. Okay, so we walked a long road from review of, but, tried to do though, then we went to even, now even though, and I think hopefully this final example is good, the typhoon and also the boyfriend one, to demonstrate that it's true. They're the same family, but and though, it's about contrast or different ideas. But I think though communicates more. It signals more about yourself, the speaker, and also about the reaction of the listener, and tries to manage the conversation or control the conversation. I don't want to talk about these questions or these questions. I know already. We don't have to talk about it. You don't have to ask about it. So, but again, of course, it just takes examples. So leave some examples below and I'll try to help you with them. And we'll see you in the next video.